Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to Unique Spirituality. I am so excited to say that today will be like my first podcast episode. Like, I guess we're gonna call it a podcast or whatever, because I realize I got some shit to say. I got some things to talk about. I got a lot of things to talk about, but nobody to really talk about it to or with. This shit sound a little lonely, but I'm just at a point in my life where I've been in solitude for a very long time, and I'm like, that still should not stop me from like speaking and like sharing with the world. So I like YouTube. I like y'all my subscribers. I don't even like the name subscriber. I ain't gonna lie, this little black tag is gonna probably get on my nerves for the whole video. But yes, I got a lot to say. Oh yeah, I was saying I don't like calling y'all subscribers, like, because I feel like if you subscribe to this channel, then you fuck with the energy, or you just curious about what I got going on, and that's okay too. I don't mind sharing what I am sharing. But it looks like it's incense and get us going today. But I think in the future, I've kind of strayed away from even making videos like this. God damn, see? The wind. I strayed away from making videos like this because I be feeling like, one, if it's going to be like podcast type, if it's going to be about me just talking about things, then sometimes I be afraid to, there we go. Yeah, sometimes I be afraid to talk about things for like a long period of time, for an extended time, because as a child, one of the things that I did is I didn't speak up much about what I was going through, or if I had problems, I kind of held it in. So I'm realizing that it was kind of creating some blockages for me. But sometimes I just realized that, from childhood, it was creating blockages for me. I'm doing this podcast to try to be more open, to be more vulnerable. That's something that I realize I struggle with so much. I struggle with vulnerability, and I struggle with intimacy. Like, even me sitting here just talking to you guys right now on the platform, that's a form of intimacy. Like, as far as like opening up and getting close with you guys, like, I feel my body trying to be like, no, we don't want to share, we don't want to get too deep, but it's time. I know there's so many people out there who have been through similar things that I have been through, or like they resonate with what I got to say. So I don't know. Well, I know why I have the blockages. I'm saying fuck the blockages, and this is me like pushing them out the way and just like, oop. This is me just pushing them out the way and just saying, like, I don't care. Like, So I'm ready to open up. I'm ready to share. So welcome to my first podcast. And today, something that has been on my mind. Weed. I feel like weed is always on my mind, which reminds me, I gotta smoke a little bit, while we here. But I just had this thought. I've been had this thought. The fact that why a lot of people, why they struggle with weed, why they struggle. Like, I've heard so many people who I've met on my journey, they'll just be like, oh, I smoked, but I used to smoke. We're gonna release the ticker. If you're watching this, I just want you to take 3 deep breaths with me, because 444 on the clock, baby. We love to see it. But I really, in this moment, I just need to reset and reground myself. And I don't want to be afraid to talk, because I love to talk. And I ain't gonna lie, on some real shit, where's my soul tribe, God? I've been in solitude for so long. Where do I want this to go? I've been in solitude for so long. And I'm ready for my soul tribe. So until my soul family, until my soul tribe get here, I'm finna talk to y'all, okay? But I need to reground myself really quick, because these thoughts, All right, let's take 3 deep breaths, you guys. Yeah, that was exactly what I needed. Okay, so what was I talking about? I said about the Soul Tribe weed. I was saying I've met a lot of people on my journey that when they would tell me, like, smoking weed gives me a lot of anxiety. Like, I really don't. Like, a lot of people don't like to, like, utilize weed. Why am I saying it like that? This is the beginning stages of my PMS weeks. So I get in my head and it makes me feel a little bit sad. Oh my gosh, I hate that shit. Oh my gosh, hate is a strong word. I'm not a big fan of, this is me being this is vulnerability right here. I'm going to try my best to not even cut out anything. I just want to be open. I'm so tired of hiding. I'm so tired. Not that I have nothing to hide, but like my true self, me, like every single part of me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you know what I'm finna do? We finna light up this little blunt. Well, just get a few puffs, man. This is what I do. This is why I decided to talk about weed today. My good old marijuana. Because of how helpful this damn plant is to my mental health and when it comes to my emotions. And I just be like, damn, a lot of people, it sucks because a lot of people who feel like they can't use weed because of anxiety or because of all the thoughts in their head, it's because what I've learned on my spiritual journey about weed is just that when you smoke weed is going to, whatever you're dealing with, like your fears, anything that you're holding in, like inside, anything that you're trying to avoid, weed is going to bring that shit into the forefront of your mind. Which is why, like, a lot of people when they smoke, like they mind be racing, because people, society has just taught people to just suppress everything. So when you smoke, everything that you may be trying to run from is going to come right in front of your face. It's like, hey, this needs to be addressed. You cannot, when you high, you cannot run from this shit. And that's why I love it so much. Weed keeps me accountable, baby. She is my accountable friend. She really do keep me accountable. And like, when I keep, like, say if I may be smoking too much, because everything is about, too much of anything is not good. So when I could be indulging in weed too much, weed will let me know, like, in my life, like how, a leaf just hit me, how, like, say if I have a goal and I see myself not meeting my goals, but I see myself smoking more or using weed more, it gets me to think, like, hey, maybe you're not as efficient as you want to be because you have something that's blocking you, which is obviously the weed. But sometimes too, weed lets me know, it just lets me know what could be creating blockages in my life. So more so what I was just trying to say is that a lot of people may feel that way. They may feel that anxiety. They may feel like so much is going on mentally in their head. It's because they are afraid to address what weed is trying to show them, what it's trying to tell them. And, like, granted, a lot of people don't know how to look deep within to, like, because weed makes you feel good. But I feel like it can only make you feel good up until a certain point. Eventually, you're going to have to address it. And a lot of people are not, they've never been taught how to look deeply within their heart and to, like, see what they suppressing. And people be using I call weed plant medicine because I use it as such. The way I think of it, it's like a healthy way. I'm not using it to suppress anything. But I feel like when people use weed to suppress, and I ain't talking about pain, nothing like that. Actually it is pain. It be pain, it be trauma that people be trying to suppress. And the weed is only going to help you suppress it, but so much. Eventually, like 11:11 on the clock, but like literally, it's going to help you. Whatever wound you got, is going to help you like look deeply at that wound, so you can patch it up. Because I feel like we can only show you so many times about a particular wound or a particular trauma. It can only tell you but so much, you know. Eventually that wound is just going to get deeper and deeper and bigger and wider until you got to use more of it to even feel high, or you got to use more of it to suppress what you're going through. You get what I'm saying? I said a lot, but let me go ahead. I've been smoking on this blunt all day, well, since yesterday, so it's a little bit left. But another thing too, I used to smoke so much. Oh my gosh, I used to smoke so much in college. It's because I think at that time period, that is when I had like the deepest wounds, or more so, that's when a lot of my wounds started to come up. Like I realized that I had certain traumas, and that I realized that I had to fix them I had to fix them in order for me to progress and to get the things that I want out of life. Yeah. It's so windy, y'all. It's so windy. I'm gonna wait till it stops getting so windy, but I just encourage you that if you've made it this far into this podcast, you know, if I got your attention, I just encourage you that if you are a smoker, if you smoke weed, if you smoke, I don't know other people be smoking because this is all I smoke. But even I feel like tobacco definitely can do the same thing too. But like, you really gotta ask yourself, like the next time those negative thoughts come up, or next time that anxiety comes up when you are smoking. One, if you have anxiety when you smoke, I feel like there is that's the number one sign that I realized that you don't eat much. Because I felt like you consumed so much marijuana to the point where you are uncomfortable. So maybe you need to lower your dose on some real shit. Like I had to come to realize I'm not the girl who can smoke a whole blunt. And I realized I've been saying it wrong. I guess I be smoking joints because I be smoking out of papers or whatever. But like, I'm not the girl who can sit there and like smoke a whole blunt to the face. That, baby, one bitch, you gonna see me staring at the fucking corner talking to my ancestors. That's one thing. Like, you really just gotta know how much is too much. So maybe you somebody who need to, when you light your blunt, you hit that bit 3 times. Or like maybe you smoke half of it or a third of it. Like, if you have anxiety when you smoke, you more than likely you need to lower your dose. And also, if you have anxiety when you smoke, I don't think you should fuck with edibles for real unless you making them yourself and you learning how to, like, it's the science behind making edibles, bitch. But like, when you learn about dosage and everything, like, maybe you need a few milligrams. Maybe you need not to be smoking a whole gram of weed. Like, baby, yeah, you might need to get into the science into it. And I feel like if you don't want to do all that, then I don't know. Just I feel like, one, if you don't want to do all that, I was going to say that shows that you're not committed, but everybody is not as passionate and committed to like plant medicine or weed as I am. So I'm not going to say that. But do what you got to do. Figure out what dosage is right for you, so you're not feeling as much anxiety all the time, you know. The wind stopped. Great. Oh, one spliff a day keep the evil away. Y'all know that song? One spliff a day, dead ass. One spliff away will keep the fucking demons away. I swear. That man know what he was talking about in his song. So yeah, one blunt a day, keep the evil away. It keeps the negativity away. I'm telling you, cause like when you choose to work with weed, it's going to work with you. You know how they be like when you hold up. If y'all want to know what I'm smoking on, it's actually on some real shit. I'm smoking something. It's called Jungle Cake. Bro, one, I actually got this from the smoke shop, but this is not even like no weed. Not weed, but you know, like if you copping from your plug, this ain't nothing like that. But I've been just buying these from the smoke shop lately. Smoke shop. Actually, I just came back from a 3-week break. So, you know, the first time you smoke after a break is... Maybe I be feeling like, take me to the moon. Y'all know that song? I wanna be with the stars. Send me into a bliss. Oh, but that's how I be feeling. But yeah, I've been smoking on these. I got all off topic. Shout out to everybody who got ADHD, because this is how my brain is 24/7. It's just shooting from thought to thought. But the name of this strain is called Jungle Cake. It says it's an indica, but when I looked it up online, it said it was like a hybrid. So I don't know. This some shit they make it up in the lab. So who knows what the fuck this I'm really smoking? But you know, my intentions. I said good intentions, so we straight. But nah, but for real, this Jungle Cake, I like this strain because I am somebody, I realized I had to stop smoking sativa because that shit was giving me more anxiety. Like, I don't know, or I can't smoke too much sativa, or else I really feel like I be on this bitch like definitely a little bit more paranoid and a little bit more anxious than I usually like to be. But Jungle Cake, I've gotten to the point where I actually write down the strains that I be smoking, you know. Yeah, but I really fuck with Jungle Cake because I have no anxiety when I smoke it. It's pretty chill. I don't get some strains. I be having cotton mouth like a motherfucker. I hate it so much. Not much cotton mouth with this strain. I fuck with this though. But what brand is this? Narco Moon Rock Joint HXC. Y'all boys should get at me. You know, let's use our products to heal the world. Well, y'all get what I'm trying to say. But drink your water, loves. Best drink on earth, bitch. What was I talking about before I hit the blunt? You know, maybe I might have to pivot. But yeah, I was just saying, basically, long story short, if you're still here with me, I love you. But basically, long story short, that's a very good brand for people who have, strain, Jungle Cake. It's a very good strain for people who experience anxiety a lot. I really fuck with it. But yeah, what else? I think I was just saying that, like, if you work with weed, weed will work with you. So more so, I think I want to not wrap this up, but if you are struggling with your thoughts when you smoke, or if you are more so hearing, I feel like I'm more so be talking to people who may have mental health issues and who's smoking. I am not a doctor. I am not a provider. I am not a therapist. I got to put that out there. This is just things that I've seen that work for me. Don't be taking this advice. You know, if you on prescription drugs or something like that, don't be stopping and starting shit unless you speak with your doctor. Because I know how people could be. Some people really don't have a mind of their own, dog. Like, they're just, so-and-so said this, so I'm going to do this. No, think for yourself. Think for yourself, and always connect with your team, your spiritual team, and your physical team on earth. My goodness. Just had to put that out there. But if you feel like you be struggling with, like, anxiety or, like, the thoughts, like your thoughts when you smoke. One, like I said, try adjusting the amount of marijuana you are consuming. And two, and also I challenge you, I invite you to challenge yourself to just whatever you hear, like, question it. First of all, ask yourself, is this thought mine? Why am I anxious? Why do I feel anxious? Really sit there and think about it. Like, for real, ask yourself. And sometimes you'll realize that you're having these thoughts because of the people around you. Maybe it's something that somebody said. Maybe even if it was earlier, or hell, fucking yesterday. And yeah. And you really got to ask yourself, how do I truly feel about this situation? You got to be open. You got to be honest with yourself. Because sometimes with anxiety, as somebody who still, like, I'm not going to say struggle, but somebody who's actively working with her own anxiety and her anxious ass mind sometimes, you really just gotta, you're going to have to get comfortable with addressing those anxious thoughts, especially if you like to smoke and you see that it can be beneficial for you. But yeah, my last little tidbit, I don't know, I feel like there's something else I did want to talk about, but my last little tidbit would just to be, don't be afraid to confront those thoughts. They're only thoughts. They're not even a real person. You gonna let a thought run your life? Or you're gonna let, this is more so, okay, like, yeah, this is for people who have anxiety. This is who I'm giving this advice to. It's not even advice. I hope you guys are having a happy fall, though. You know, I'm telling you, girl is just with the fall vibes. I look like a chai latte. That's what I had this morning. No, it wasn't a chai latte. It was a chai tea. I lied. But I put a little bit of almond milk in it. But I think this is the vibe that I'm dead ass channeling. But it's fall. I love fall. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful one. Just don't be afraid. I think that's the last thing that I'm going to say for now. The last thing I just want to say before I go is that this is going to take some, like, patience. The fun part is that you get to experiment with weed. You get to experiment and see how plant medicine gets to be beneficial in your life in more than one ways. Like, yeah, like, marijuana is just so much deeper than getting high. She has so much more depth. Yeah, I say she. But she definitely has so much more depth than just getting you high. Like, you doing yourself a disservice for smoking weed, utilizing marijuana, and not applying a spiritual approach to it. And not religious. I mean a spiritual approach to it. Like, actually taking the time to get to know weed. Like, you're not even touching an inch or like a centimeter of, like, her depth. But yeah, that's what I think I forgot to say. I was saying earlier, just how you speak to plants and it helps them to grow. I'm gonna keep saying this until I'm fucking blue in the face. If that can even happen, I think it can. Anywho, but your plants can hear you. Weed is a plant. Talk to it. Tell it what you want it to do. Tell her how you want her to help assist you on your healing journey, and she will. The fact that you're drawn to weed, that means that weed has a message for you. Damn, is this what I wanna I think that's what I'm gonna title this video. Like episode 1 of my podcast. Weed has a message for you. Weed has a message for you, my love. And I'm telling you, on this channel, like I said, our favorite game is, if you've been here for a while, I want you to, say it in the mic. And what is our favorite game over here? Okay, but our favorite game over here, if you knew, is to fuck around and find out. You need to fuck around and find out and see how weed could be utilized in a much greater scale, on a greater power than just getting high. Sugar gives you a fucking high. And that shit is not good for you. And I'm not saying that about weed, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, just go explore. Oh, but damn, that's what it was. To set an intention. Let me do that real quick. I just want to show y'all what to do. I've done it in plenty of videos, but if you made it this far, that means that you are ready, bro, to like, or at least if you kind of interested, that's your soul just seeing, like, go on this journey. Like, go. It's time for you to really get to know weed, then, like, deeper than, oh, I can get high from it. Surprise, you figured that out already. Let's get deeper. But yeah, you gonna grab your little smoky device. I'll call this my smoky device, because yes, smoky device, a bong could be a smoky device, or like a bowl. However, if you smoking this shit out of an apple, the same 3 deep breaths I took earlier, you can do that to calm. Matter of fact, yes, 3 deep breaths before you're doing this, because you're being intentional. When you be intentional with plant medicine will be intentional with you. So you take your 3 deep breaths, and you're thinking about, like, it can be very general, as in just saying, I would like to just look deeper into myself. Or no. Because it's possible you may have some fears. I want you to be like, I release any fears surrounding getting to know the depths of myself and the depths of you, marijuana. But sometimes, like, if you clicked on this video, you've had some type of fear. Yeah, if you got some type of fear in your life, yeah, definitely. But yeah, but I want you to say that, and while you lighting your blunt, that fire element. Remember I said, this is basically, I'm showing y'all how to manifest with weed. Especially if you made it this far. That if you made it this far, and I'm gonna get to the point, but it's just like I'm getting messages from your spiritual team already. The messages, they just keep coming, God. But if you made it this far into this video, then, like, you definitely, your spiritual team is just like giving you the answer. Like, you've been asking for help. Here it is. Especially if you a stoner, if you a smoker, come on now. If you a stoner, you love weed for a reason. Marijuana wants you to get deep with it. Okay. But yeah, but whatever intention you want to set, but just start by, I release the fear of the unknown. And that implies the unknown within yourself. I release the fears of the unknown within myself. You say it. It's kind of windy, so I hope y'all can see. But I release the fears of the unknown within myself. It's something about the number 3. But say it, hit your blunt 3 times. That's all you gotta do. You can keep smoking, of course, but at least 3 times. Ashe, or amen, or say whatever you gotta say. It's 33:33 on the clock, baby. But yeah, Jesse, release it. Release it, my love. But okay, that's all I would like to say to you guys. Thank you for coming to my first episode of my podcast. I can't believe I'm saying it. Your girl is making a little podcast segment on her channel. But yeah, baby, thank you for tuning in. I wish you the best on your journey of getting to know yourself deeper, getting to know the depths of your mind, the depths of your soul, the depths of beautiful marijuana, babe. But I'm trying to put the blunt out because I don't want to smoke no more. I gotta go clean up, and if I get too high, I'm gonna get my ass back in that bed. But yes, I love you all. If you fucking with the first episode of the podcast, thumbs up. Comment. I like to see that people actually made it to the end of this video. So if you made it to the end of this video, comment. It's like a little brown little leaf that has like the same color. Like, comment one of them, or like 3 of those. Like, I'm gonna put it up here so y'all know what I'm talking about. But comment that little leaf. You know, it's fall season. We planting the seeds in the fall, so they get to bloom in the new year, which is the springtime. That's when I really feel like the real new year is. But yeah, in March, April, the seeds that we plant now is, god damn, that man was loud. But the seeds that we plant now will bloom in the spring. But yeah, please like this video, please comment and subscribe and share. My gosh, we gotta get the people onto this info. Y'all, my phone has straight died, so I just wanted to close out my first podcast. I'm really, really proud of myself for even deciding to do this and to just be more open. It's gonna be a lot more stuff like this coming soon. But I love you all. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. Bye, guys.